Namaste everyone, welcome back. I hope you guys are all doing great and welcome to a bare face of no makeup. So for today's video, I decided to do a DIY winter skincare routine that I have been following and my entire family has been following this for that matter for I don't know how many years. I think I have been following this winter skincare routine since I was a teenager. So the 3 recipes that I'm going to share with you all in today's video for a beautiful and glowing winter skincare are 100% tried and tested. Also, before we dive into the video, I want you guys to know that my skin type is sometimes combination, sometimes normal. It kind of keeps switching between both of them. So sometimes it's combination during summers and my T-zone tends to get kind of oily, but during winter sometimes it's normal. But if I don't apply moisturizer and I'm not very vigilant with my skincare, my skin tends to get a little bit dry. So do keep in mind your skin type before you try out these DIYs on yourself, and please patch test all of them. You don't know what ingredient you might be sensitive to, what ingredient might not suit your skin, so it's always a good idea to patch test anything that you apply on your skin and spare your skin from any sort of bad reactions. So before we dive into the video, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button down there so you're notified every time we have a new upload on the channel. Also, don't forget to connect with me on all my social media accounts. And now, without further ado, let's get started. So I first want to talk about the skin concerns that I usually wish to target. I do not have an acne-prone skin, nor do I have a very sensitive skin. It's mostly normal or combination like I mentioned earlier. I do have a couple of breakouts here and there. As you guys can see, I have a couple of scars over here and one over here. So mostly I want to treat these scars over here. Apart from that, perhaps a little bit of pigmentation that I have around my mouth. Otherwise, nothing more than that. I mostly just want a glowing and radiant skin throughout winters, which is nicely moisturized and feels super supple. So the first thing that I'm going to share with you is a scrub. It's very easy to make, also is very hydrating at the same time, and also takes care of any sort of dirt, gunk or pollution that you might have sitting in your pores. So let's find out how we can make it. So for this scrub, we need 4 ingredients. You can see all of them on screen. The first thing we need is about 1 teaspoon of honey. Then we need half a teaspoon of softened coconut oil. Don't melt it, but also don't use a solid form. We just need to soften it. Next, a teaspoon of organic salt for the scrubbing particles. And finally, some vitamin E oil. I'm taking a vitamin E capsule here. These capsules will be accessible at any chemist shop. Next, I'm going to mix all the ingredients together one by one. First goes the coconut oil, the salt, and lastly, I'm going to cut open the capsule and squeeze out the goodness into the bowl. Mix it all together for about a minute, and this is the consistency we're looking at. So now that our scrub is ready, I'm just going to take a little bit of it over here on my finger and apply it on my face. I'm mostly going to concentrate on this area on my face where most of the dirt, gunk and pollution is trapped in my pores, and I'm also going to scrub over here in the crevices of my nose to get rid of any sort of whiteheads or blackheads that I might have sitting in my pores. So once I've applied the scrub all over my face, I'm just going to avoid this area around my eyes because it's very sensitive and you shouldn't really be putting a lot of pressure on that area. I'm just going to be applying this scrub for about 2 to 3 minutes on my face and then wash it off and be right back. So I've washed off the scrub with lukewarm water. Make sure that you use a little bit of warm water or lukewarm water so that you can get rid of any sort of greasiness that the coconut oil might leave on your face. Also, one thing to keep in mind is this scrub is not for people who have oily skin type because coconut oil is further going to clog your pores. In case you have oily skin, perhaps you can replace the coconut oil with any other oil that you feel suits your skin. You can try rosehip seed oil. It's very good for people who have oily skin. You can use argan oil, tea tree oil, vitamin E oil, or in case you feel that your skin is excessively oily and you cannot opt for any of these options, then going with milk is going to be the best solution for you. So coming back to the ingredients of this scrub, we used coconut oil, which is naturally antibacterial and antifungal and also is very moisturizing for your skin. As you guys would know, a lot of people also use coconut oil to moisturize their entire bodies during excessive winters. You can also choose to replace the coconut oil with olive oil instead because olive oil is also a great antioxidant and also is going to be be very beneficial for your skin. Then we have used honey, which is a great humectant which helps your skin absorb and retain moisture and keeps it from drying out. And lastly, we have used salt, which cleanses your pores deeply, gets rid of any sort of impurities that you might have sitting in your pores, and also balances and keeps your oil production in check if in case you are someone who has a very oily skin type. And lastly, the vitamin E capsule that we used in the end, which acts as a great antioxidant and also reduces the UV damage on your skin. And now moving on to the second DIY, which is a face mask. And now let's find out how we can make this in 3 very simple steps. For this super moisturizing face pack, we'll start with about 2 teaspoons of malai. This is homemade malai that I scooped out of the top layer of milk. Next, about half a teaspoon or 2/3 teaspoons of honey. And finally, about 5 to 6 drops of squeezed out lemon juice. Combining the ingredients one by one into the bowl and mixing them together, we need a thick paste-like consistency, and in about 30 seconds, we should have something like this. So I have the mask ready with me, and now I'm just going to go ahead and apply the mask with my fingers. Also, I don't think using a brush to apply this mask is going to be a very wise solution because this mask is relatively thick, and yeah, using a brush for the application is not going to work at all. I'm just going to let it sit on my face for 15 minutes to work its magic, and then I'm going to slowly massage this onto my skin and then wash it off again with lukewarm water. I'll tell you guys a very interesting story. As a kid, whenever my mom used to put this on my face, I would always lick it off of this area because it's so tasty. So actually, truth be told, I still do it sometimes, but definitely not going to do it on camera. So yeah, I'm just going to wait for 15 minutes. I'm going to wash this off and be right back. So we're done with the second face mask, and you guys can see how healthy and glowing my skin already looks. It also feels supremely moisturized because of the great ingredients like malai and honey that we put in there. Honey, like we talked about, is a great humectant. Malai is a great ingredient to add to your skincare if you want to moisturize your skin very well. It also improves skin elasticity in the long run and also brightens and evens out your skin tone. And finally, we use lemon, which again has great antioxidants and also is very rich in vitamin C, which is known to reduce dark spots and bring even complexion to your face. Like you guys would have noticed that a lot of people also use vitamin C in their skincare routine. So lemon is also a great way to incorporate vitamin C into your skincare. But please make sure if you're using lemon onto your skin, it can potentially be sensitizing. So use it in very less quantities. Moving on to the third thing which I have over here. This is an Upturn that I have whipped up out of 4 ingredients. So before we find out how we're supposed to apply this on our faces, let's find out how we're going to make this. For the Upturn, we first need about 2 teaspoons of besan or gram flour. This will be the star ingredient. Next, just a pinch of haldi or turmeric. To moisturize the skin, 1 teaspoon of homemade malai, like the one in the previous face mask, and about 2 teaspoons of raw milk to adjust the consistency, just in case it's too thick. Moving on, we'll add the besan, turmeric and milk to the malai and mix it all together to form a super thick paste-like consistency. Once done, this is what we need the Upturn to look like. Now, before we move on to applying this on our faces, I want you guys to know that it's completely optional because the face mask that we applied in step 2 is actually enough to give your skin the required moisture and the required glow during winters. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to show you guys this third step, which is the Upturn. You guys can skip step 2 and just go with the scrub and Upturn, or you can just do the scrub or the face pack, whatever suits you guys best. If you're feeling extra fancy, of course, you can go and do the whole 3-step routine. But if you stick to just step 1 or 2 or step 1 or 3, it's going to be enough. So moving on to the Upturn that I have here, I'm going to take a little bit of it and start applying it over here from the center of my face. So how you're supposed to apply this is you're supposed to put a layer of this all over your face and then massage it continuously for about 3 or 4 minutes, after which it will start forming little balls that will roll off of your face as you go on massaging the product, and slowly you'll see that all of the Upturn would have come off of your face. And once that's done, I'll wash my face with lukewarm water, come back and show you guys the results. So I'm back and I've washed my face with lukewarm water and I feel so fresh and my skin already feels so much more healthier, so moisturized and so supple. I feel so good about my skin right now. Our dadis and nanis have always raved about how beneficial Upturn is for skin. We have besan, which removes tan and also reduces oiliness and pimples on your face. Turmeric, which is a holy grail for all of us Indians. It has healing properties and also is very soothing and calming for the skin. At the same time, it's antibacterial and antifungal. Along with its anti-inflammatory properties, it's going to work like magic for your skin. If you want, you can also add 1 or 2 drops of lemon into this Upturn face pack. But because I already had added 5 to 6 drops of lemon in the second face pack, I decided to skip it for the Upturn. If you are only applying the scrub and the Upturn, then you're free to go with the lemon in the Upturn as well. So if you are someone who's from the dry family type or even from combination or normal skin type, then you are going to absolutely love these 3 DIYs and your skin is going to thank you. It's going to feel so moisturized and so healthy. However, one thing that you guys should remember is these are all just DIY face packs. They are not going to work like magic on your skin. You have to be consistent with any sort of skincare that you apply. There's no such thing as instant glow or instant radiance. Achieving good skin takes a lot of time, a lot of patience and a lot of good skincare. I wouldn't want to show you guys a before and after clip and have 500 filters applied on the after clip just to prove my point. With any sort of skincare, you will have to give it time and you will have to be patient with your skin, which is the case with this DIY as well. I can vouch for the fact that this is very effective, but the results are going to take time. And with that, we finished my holy grail 3-step winter DIY skincare routine. Let me know how you guys like this video in the comment section down below. And in fact, if you guys have any more winter DIY skincare recipes, do let me know in the comment section about that as well, and I would love to try that out as well. So before you leave, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button, all of the good stuff. Don't forget to connect with me on all my social media accounts. And until then, I'll see you very soon next week. Bye!